All right, so my guy left me a comment. Talk to him off the air. We're live right now. Tune in for Lions Weekly on Thursdays at roughly 4 o'clock. But that's neither here nor there. We'll buckle down on the time eventually. But there was something that was brought up by PFF. They made a video a few days ago about maybe the Detroit Lions pulling off a trade, and I thought this was quite interesting. And what it consisted of is the New York Giants. We know that they have 2 quarterbacks on the roster right now. They wind up going with Russell Wilson. They also have Jameis Winston. I think Russell's going to win that starting job, but that would put you in the mindset that the Giants are going to probably draft a quarterback with one of their picks. Now, they probably won't take that quarterback with their first round pick, but it's possible that they could use their second round pick to maybe come up and try to get a quarterback of the future. Now, there's been it's changing. Shedeur Sanders might fall out of the first round. It's crazy. We have yet to see. But if that is the case, here was the trade proposal that was put by PFF. Now, I didn't watch this. I probably should have, but I didn't watch it. I was just told this, and I'm going off the dome here, that the New York Giants would trade up back into the first round, pick number 28. They would try to trade with the Detroit Lions. I think this was a proposed trade for the Detroit Lions to get an individual. I think they would take Abdul Carter. I think that was the guy that they would take with their pick in the first round. It was a pass rusher for sure. But the Detroit Lions would trade back with the New York Giants. The New York Giants would come up back to the 28th pick. And with the 28th pick, they would take their quarterback. Now, what would the Detroit Lions get in return for trading back? Well, they would get the New York Giants pick, which I believe is 34. But here's the point of this video. The trade recommended was Kavon Thibodeaux. Now, how do you guys feel about that? We're live right now, so I'll be taking comments from the comment section. But on playback, put this in the comment section. Kavon Thibodeaux, who is going on he's actually going on year 4. We have to pick up his 5th-year option. That's right. 2022, 23, 24. So he was drafted a couple picks after Aiden Hutchinson, which means we would have 2 top 10 picks on our team. Now, Kavon is still on his rookie deal. Let's look at his stats from last year. I thought this was intriguing. Now, Brad Holmes, well, hold on, man. No, we got to do it right. Kavon Thibodeaux, I think it was this year or last year, he had 5.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. I don't think he played the entire season. But it was I think it was last year. He played the entire season last year, and he started off on a tear. So that was 2023 when he came out wrecking and then kind of fell off after that, and Aiden was able to catch up to him. But where are we at on this? Now, Brad Holmes did look at Kavon Thibodeaux. A lot of people thought and wanted him to be the pick when we drafted Aiden Hutchinson. I never believed in Kavon. I never thought that highly of him, especially when it comes to his fit of the team. But it was intriguing to talk about. So just to recap, the Detroit Lions would trade back to pick 34. They would then forego their first round pick. They would get Kavon Thibodeaux in exchange for the New York Giants coming up 6 or 8 spots, whatever that is. Is that something you would take? Kavon Thibodeaux going on his 4th year. You would get him for 2 more years. He's still on a massive discount year 4. Then you would have to pick up his 5th-year option. And obviously that'll happen right after the draft or before. And you could go from there. You would have him for 2 seasons, right? Because he's going on to year 4. Where are we at with this? Where are we at? Let me see. Might have to. I take that, says Andre, if we can grab the kid from Alabama late as a project. Okay, who would you take? And that's what me and my guy were talking about yesterday, is that we could still take somebody with pick 34 that could still be an impact player. I thought that to be very intriguing. Now, when I was talking to this individual, shout out to the Derm, by the way, that's who it was. We talk off the air all the time, almost every day. And he brought up this, and I was mistaken because I forgot that Aiden and Kavon was drafted at the same time, and Aiden is going into year 4. So we would have Kavon Thibodeaux for 2 seasons. For 2 seasons, not just 1. That does make it more intriguing. But then you have to look at it like this. Kavon Thibodeaux would probably be a 2-year loaner. we would forego a 5th-year option on a pass rusher. So I don't know, man. It's intriguing to say the least. Basically, a 2-year rental. I can live with this, says Real. So Raw Detroit says yes. Spike says I do it. Okay, so Kavon Thibodeaux, who has 21 career sacks for year 1, 11.5 year 2, and 5.5 year 3. So you would trade out of the first round. You would trade back with the New York Giants. And who would you take? Who would you take with that 34th pick? Just, assuming that they're still there. And then we'll sign him for 2 more years. So John Doe says that we'll have him for 4 years. Anybody over Davenport? That is a good one. I'll do that, Derek. What was his injury? Kavon Thibodeaux, I don't recall. He did play 12 games in 2024, which is last year was his worst year as far as games played. Honolulu BS says, I'm in. Detroiter 147 says, nope, he doesn't love the game. And I think that's why Brad forgoed drafting him, because if you compare Aiden to Kavon Thibodeaux, I remember very distinctly, I'm watching the pre-draft interview with Kavon, and Kavon is about Kavon. Kavon is about Kavon. Now, has he changed over the past 3 years? I don't know. When you're on a team that's losing and the Giants don't have much upside in the near future, I think it's going to be a long time before the Giants become relevant again. Then you might humble yourself a little bit. The Kavon Thibodeaux from 2022, there's no way. But the Kavon Thibodeaux from now, I'm not certain. So let me know your thoughts, man. Would you trade out of the first round back to allow the New York Giants to come up, take the quarterback that they want at 28, and you take, in exchange, you get Kavon Thibodeaux along with the 34th pick? I mean, it's intriguing. You got a pass rusher, decent, top 10 pick. I like the in the dirt guys myself, but I mean, that would be something to think about. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget, we got merch launching hopefully very soon. I got some coming my way. I will be wearing it hopefully by the NFL draft. I ordered it just in enough time to get here, like right as the last day it will come is the day of the NFL draft. So hopefully I'm able to wear it, man. And what I think I'm going to do is wear a few pieces each day. I got 6 pieces. Basically, there are a couple things in different colors, so I'm excited about that. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.